Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of negative thoughts, unable to break free and find peace? We've all been there. The mind is a potent tool, but it can also be our greatest adversary. It can lead us into a labyrinth of doubts, fears, and insecurities, leaving us feeling trapped and helpless. But there's a way out. There's a method that can help us navigate through this mental maze and find tranquility amidst the chaos. That method is acceptance. Now, when we talk about acceptance, it's essential to clarify what we mean. Acceptance is not about resigning to our fate or admitting defeat, and it's certainly not about suppressing our thoughts or feelings, bottling them up until they explode. No, acceptance is about acknowledging our thoughts, our emotions, our fears, and our desires without judgment. Imagine your mind as a river. Your thoughts, like leaves, are floating along the current. Now, acceptance doesn't mean you ignore the leaves or try to stop them. It means you observe them, acknowledge their presence, but you don't let them pull you under. You don't let them sweep you away. You remain grounded, centered, and at peace. This acceptance is crucial for our mental well-being. It's like a soothing balm for our exhausted minds. It allows us to break free from the shackles of negative thoughts, to step out of the loop and view our emotions from a distance. It allows us to see them for what they truly are: transient, fleeting, and not defining our entire existence. So, the next time you find yourself stuck in a whirlpool of negative thoughts, remember the power of acceptance. Remember that it's okay to feel, to fear, to doubt. Your feelings are valid, your fears are valid, your doubts are valid, but they don't define you. They don't control you. You have the power to acknowledge them, accept them, and let them pass. When you become comfortable with uncertainty, infinite possibilities open up in your life. Acceptance is the first step towards that comfort. It's the key to unlocking the door to a world of possibilities, a world where you are in control, not your negative thoughts. Are you wondering how to start your journey towards acceptance? It might seem like a daunting task right now, but trust me, it's easier to navigate when we break it down into simple, manageable steps. Let's dive in. The first step on this journey is recognizing and acknowledging our thoughts. Our minds are like busy highways, with thoughts whizzing by at breakneck speed. It's easy to get lost in the traffic, but by simply recognizing these thoughts and acknowledging their presence, we can start to understand them better. Think of it as a friendly wave to an acquaintance passing by. We're not stopping for a chat, we're just saying, "I see you." The second step is to stay present and mindful. It's easy to get caught up reminiscing about the past or worrying about the future, but acceptance lives in the present moment. Staying present means focusing on what's happening right now, in this very moment. It's about experiencing life as it happens, not as we wish it were or fear it might be. Next, we need to let go of judgment. This might be the trickiest step of all, but also the most liberating. Judging our thoughts and feelings often leads to negative self-talk, guilt, and shame. Instead, let's try to observe our thoughts without labeling them as good or bad. They're just thoughts after all, not facts or predictions. Finally, we can cultivate acceptance in our daily lives through a variety of practical tips. One powerful method is meditation, which can help us become more aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. Another is practicing gratitude, which can shift our focus from what's wrong to what's right in our lives. As we move forward, it's important to remember that acceptance isn't about resigning ourselves to a life of complacency. It's about acknowledging reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. It's about freeing ourselves from the chains of judgment and expectation, and embracing life with open arms. Remember, acceptance is a journey, not a destination. Every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to peace and contentment. So let's take that first step together, shall we? What if you encounter obstacles on your path to acceptance? Well, it's not a matter of if, but when. The road to acceptance is seldom a straight one. It's more of a winding trail, filled with resistance, fear, and self-judgment. These are common obstacles that can make the journey seem daunting. But remember, every mountain peak is reached by navigating the hills and valleys. Let's begin with resistance. It's that stubborn refusal to accept what is. It's you clinging onto the what-ifs and if-onlys. The key to overcoming resistance is to acknowledge it, understand it, and then let it go. You can't change the past or control the future. All you have is the present moment. Embrace it. Next, we have fear. It's a natural human response to change, the unknown, the uncomfortable. But fear only has power over you if you allow it. You can disarm fear by facing it head-on. Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Often you'll find that your fear is based on assumptions and not reality. Then there's self-judgment, the harshest critic of all. It can be a real roadblock, preventing you from progressing on your journey to acceptance. It's important to remember that no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. Instead of judging yourself harshly for your mistakes, use them as stepping stones for growth. Overcoming these obstacles requires patience and self-compassion. Acceptance is not a destination, but a journey. It's about moving forward one step at a time, even when the path ahead seems steep and rocky. It's about showing kindness to yourself when you stumble and fall, and then picking yourself up and continuing on. Remember, these obstacles are not roadblocks, but checkpoints. They are opportunities to pause, reflect, and grow. They are chances for you to prove to yourself that you are stronger and more resilient than you ever thought possible. So, next time you encounter an obstacle on your path to acceptance, don't view it as a setback. Instead, see it as a valuable lesson, a chance to learn, and an opportunity to grow. Because at the end of the day, every obstacle is an opportunity to learn and grow. Why should you strive for acceptance, you may ask? Well, acceptance is a powerful tool that can positively impact your life in a variety of ways. For starters, it can significantly improve your mental health. When we accept our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, we free ourselves from the burdens of denial and resistance. Moreover, acceptance can bolster our resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, challenges, and triumphs. Acceptance allows us to navigate these fluctuations with grace and fortitude, taking the good with the bad and using our experiences as stepping stones for growth. Lastly, acceptance fosters a greater sense of peace and contentment. When we stop fighting against our reality and instead embrace it, we find a tranquility that eludes those constantly at war with their circumstances. So, my friends, acceptance is not just about passivity, it's about transformation. Acceptance is the key to transforming your life.